You find yourself feeling anxious about being a parent, Chase Walker is here with a few tips to help you ease that worry. Welcome to the show, Chase.
Thank you so much for having me. You know, parental anxiety is something that we're really seeing a lot of literature focus on right now because we're having such an uptick in childhood anxiety, and we're seeing a really high correlation between parents that experience parental anxiety and then that being transferred to kids. And so one way that literature is saying we can help our kids with anxiety is to help with parental anxiety. Now, parental anxiety is a little different than just having personal anxiety. Parental anxiety is looking at worry, anxiety, fear, anything related to your kids and focusing on parenting. And that is something that any parent would say, isn't that called parenting? I mean, isn't just worrying about your kids called parenting? But when it begins to take us out of doing social things, when it begins to consume our mind, when we begin to transfer some of that to our children, where we're creating lists and we're creating anxiety for our kids, that's when we're no longer being just normal parents and we're allowing parental anxiety to begin to impede in our parental capacities. And we need to fix that as best as possible so that we can help our kids be in a good spot.
I'm feeling this, man. I definitely do. My daughter's getting used to a new schedule. So I think, you know, at any age with your kids, what can we do?
So the literature is pretty clear that the very first thing we should be doing to address parental anxiety is to have a safe support system. We really don't talk about that particularly for dads. Moms have sort of built-in support systems and play dates, and that community is really great and it needs to continue. But dads need to have that community as well, where we can have, instead of talking just about the sports and the Travis Kelce of it all, that we're really looking at, hey, look, these are some challenges I'm having with my kids, or gosh, this really makes me worried about my son doing blank. Having that support system means we no longer hold it in and the anxiety doesn't brew inside of us, but we sort of have a stream, and it allows us to also not feel like we're alone. We're talking with other parents that are like, oh my gosh, I dealt with this as well. Or man, when my kid was 3 and having changing schedules or going to first grade, we have that sort of support system, and so you're like, okay, I actually can do this, and if I can't do this by myself, I've got people around me that can also help. They say it takes a village, and so either create and then appreciate the village that you have to help raise your kids.
It's so true. It really does help to talk about it and feel that you are not alone. Okay, what else can we do?
We really do need to work on our self-care. That does two things. First off, it gets us into a better emotional place because we're doing exercise, meditation, we're going for a long drive, we're getting that extra Diet Coke at McDonald's just for a 3-minute breather.
It feels
whatever
good.
it may be. But we're not only helping take care of ourselves, but we're modeling that for our kids. We're showing, hey, look, I'm going to the gym, not because I need to get away from you kids, although that could be true. We're doing it because we're saying, I'm going to the gym because I need to help make sure my brain is thinking about things clearly, or I'm getting a manicure or a pedicure today just to kind of help because I'm having some anxiety. It models that behavior for our kids, so we're kind of killing two birds with that one self-care stone.
It's so true. When you take care of yourself, you can be so much better for other people. What about celebrating life?
I love this one because a lot of anxiety is premised on the concept that what are the bad things that could happen. Celebrating life is a trick that a lot of psychologists are using with parents who are suffering from this to say, celebrate the good, the bad, the small, have a dance party. Begin to think about things that you're really wanting to celebrate. Even if it's, hey, you got a B on math. That's so great. We're going to have banana bread for your B. Whatever it is. Finding those opportunities to celebrate life helps to trigger in our brain our lens so that we're no longer focusing on what bad things could happen, but we're celebrating the good things that are happening. So we're not only moving from bad to good, but from future to present. And staying present is one of the key ways to address our anxiety because we're focused on the here and now instead of the, oh no, what ifs.
Can you just be here every day? We just need all these tips. You're so amazing. Where can we go for more information?
You can find me on all social media at dadstrategies.com or at dadstrategies.
You're perfect. Thank you so much for all the advice, Chase. Great to see you.
Thank you so much. Good luck, you guys. Good luck, parents.
You got this.